In a world of endless noise, one sound cuts through. GC Radio Hub. Your world, your sound. Imagine your favorite voices following you everywhere. From your smartphone to your car, your smart TV, even your virtual assistant. GC Radio Hub connects you to a universe of content. Check out our wonderful interviews on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and iHeartRadio, live music shows and podcasts. All at your fingertips. Android TV, Apple TV, Roku, Fire Stick TV. We're there wherever you are, because the only way to stay connected is to get connected. Download the GC Radio Hub app today and let your world come alive.
Hey everybody, how you doing today? This is your Cousin Chief of GC Radio, and today on the Cousin Chief Show, we have the new sheriff in town. How you doing today, sir?
Absolutely amazing. How you feeling, my brother?
Man, I'm challenged and inspired. I'm challenged the trials and tribulations every day and inspired to get over them.
Yes. Duly noted.
So, first of all, I'd like to start off letting the people know, Sheriff, can you give us your Instagram, your website, so they can follow you in the beginning and the end, make sure they have it so they can follow you as we go along. At the end, make sure they have it again so they can continue following you throughout the interview.
No problem. My Instagram is King Malachi 1. That's KINGMALACHI, the number 1. King Malachi 1. Also on TikTok, follow The Real King Malachi. Once again, that's The Real King Malachi. And on Facebook, follow Curtis A. Boyd, aka King Malachi. Curtis A. Boyd, King Malachi on Facebook. Let's go.
Right. So where are you from, King Malachi? Where are you from?
Orangeburg, South Carolina, and Marion, South Carolina on my mama's side. And on my father's side, I'm from Bogalusa, Louisiana.
He from the boot.
Yes, sir.
You know, originally I'm from Mississippi, but I grew up in Oakland, California. So the swag and everything comes from Oakland, where I really grew up. I moved there, I think I was in the 5th grade, up until college, went to Jackson State and went back. And then I retired just recently. I'm going back and forth again. But, you know, it's a blessing to have Southern roots, man, to be grounded and not be brought up in the buffoonery, because it is a difference between the culture, the vernacular between the West Coast and the South. It's a big difference.
It's so funny how so many people in LA, black folk, have in specific roots to Mississippi. Now, this is the funny thing. Me and Snoop Dogg are distant cousins, right? So before my people moved to Bogalusa, Louisiana, they were in Magnolia, Mississippi. So Snoop Dogg father and my father grew up together, and we all distant cousins.
Wow. That's amazing. So how'd you get in the music industry? I mean, what got you interested in music?
And what really made me serious, I was always an entertainer as a kid and singing in church and all that. But what made me really want to do it, who inspired me, was Boyz II Men and Jodeci. And I started out in a singing group called Finesse back in Orangeburg, South Carolina, and, you know, jumped off the porch early, went to New York and Connecticut. Really went to New York to get a deal, because there was no way to get a deal in South Carolina, especially in that time. So we moved to Stamford, Connecticut, which was about 30, 40 minutes away from the Bronx. And so we used to commute back and forth to go down to Manhattan and everything to take meetings and go to Def Jam and Uptown and, you know, Bad Boy, all of those labels and stuff to get on and make something happen, you know? So that's how I ended up north. And that's what was my initial spark. But, you know, since this 5th grade, I played saxophone and in junior high, you know, I went to solo ensemble, and solo ensemble is like in the capital of South Carolina, where you go to USC, to the college, and they would have classes where you would go in there and sight read. So they would put music, and like you win awards for this stuff, right? So you would have the best kids in South Carolina meet up at South Carolina at USC at the Gamecocks. You know what I'm saying? I've been gone for a while, but at it's the biggest college in South Carolina. and you would go. They would have the solo ensemble there, and so all these kids from around South Carolina, the best, would meet up there, and that's where they would compete. So they would put like a piece of sheet music in front of me and other students, and you never seen it before, and you would have to play it to the best of your ability. So, I used to get superior medals and all that. The music is in me, man. It's a joy. It's therapy. It's a release, and it's an escape. It keeps me young and vibrant. So like how some people might go to the gym, which I also work out, but like how some people go to the gym to release, I write songs. You know what I mean? Music has truly saved my life, for real, on various levels.
So you mentioned you had a background from the church. You sung in a choir. Your parents made you sing in the church, or how did you get started in church?
You said it the correct way. Made me say. You said that correct, sir. Because hey, look, at that time it wasn't cool to be singing in the choir. So like when girls from my school would just end up popping up at my church, like people pop through and visit. They're like, oh, that's so and so. Man, I get to dipping down like I be trying to hide, you feel me? And so check it out. So my mom used to drag me really to sing in choir. But once me and my boys formed a singing group, then I had an interest to go to church and learn everything I could learn about singing at that point. And that's when I was 14 years old.
I thought you were going to say you was younger than that. I'm like, was you like Tina Turner? This little light of mine.
No. On stage, I was 7. And I was singing, he got the whole world in his hand. He got the whole. That was my first joint, 7 years old. But I got my spark. What happened was they had this talent show in my high school called the Miss Expo pageant, right? So like the prettiest girls in my school would do like this beauty contest, right? And so they would have certain entertainment in the midst of the beauty contest. So me and my boys at the time, it was 3 of us. We was doing the Miss Expo pageant, and we was singing Always and Forever. You know the song, every day, love me your own, that joint, right? So check, we on stage, right? It's just 3 dudes at the time. This before my official group started. So just me and one of those dudes in that 3 were part of the original members of my group to be. The other 3rd guy, he became a preacher and went on to do other things, right? But me and this one other guy, we added 2 guys to us, and that became the guys that left home. But when we did the Miss Expo pageant, check this out, right? This before people was jumping out the window, even thinking it was cool, thinking it was even possible. So, this is at a time where, man, dudes wasn't trying to be singing and doing all of that. It really was looked at as gay. Singing in the choir and all that, you was looked at soft, right? So me and my partner, we was some of the first popular dudes in school because we was freshmen, but we had senior females and all that who was digging us too, right? So we was like cool, knew how to dress fly and all of that. So we was on that and in the choir at the same time. So check. So we took going from in the choir in school and getting in the Miss Expo pageant, and we was doing Always and Forever. And so this is how it started. We did 3-part harmony. Every day, love me your own. Like that, right? So all we did was man, the girls was going crazy. Yo, fam, listen, man. The girls was going crazy. Like we had to wait for them to stop screaming. And right then, Most High's my witness watching me right now. And I'll never forget it, long as I got my sound mind. Right then and there, 14 years old, when that happened, I was talking to myself in my head. I said, I'm going to be doing this the rest of my life. And I'm still doing it. Never.
How many homeboys like, hey man, just sing that part to old girl for me right quick on the phone. I'm trying to get I know some of the homies that like, man, give me the hookup, man. I had the bushes and just say that part and hang up.
Hey man, check it out. I remember one time I was beefing with this dude, right? And he was supposed to be tough or whatever, you know what I'm saying? And people were scared of him or whatever. You know, I wasn't scared of him. It is what it is, right? And so here it is. I'm at this spot called the Foxy 44. And me and my group was just starting out. So me and this dude saw each other at the Foxy 44. After he saw my group perform, he came up to me. He said, yo, we good.
They say music comes and silence speaks.
He's like, yo, we good, man. We good. And it's like, man, actually, music has really changed my life for the better across the board, man. For real, like, I'm so thankful for the gift of music, man. For real, it's got me out of a lot of things, man. I'm talking about my freshman year in high school. I got into some. I was a problem child, and it wasn't because I thought I was so tough, but I used to have a lot of girls liking me. So, you know, dudes used to be like, man, he think he cool. I beat his ass. You know what I'm saying? So I was always into something. And then I wasn't like a big dude at that time. Now I got weight on me, but I wasn't like that growing up. I'm like a late bloomer. You feel me? And so, you know, I used to fight all the time. So I was fighting so much that my mama took me out of junior high public school and put me in Catholic school. So, you know, I was getting bad grades and everything. So I wasn't focused. I was in school for a popularity contest, getting at these girls, fighting these dudes before the school bell rang in the morning. We own it. Let's get it. That's what it is, right? It's a check. So I go to Catholic school from 7th to 8th grade, got the best grades of my life. I only had like 6 people in my class at the time, right? So, bro, check. So now I go back to the Shark Tank. I'm going to high school, back in public school, back in the regular fish tank with everybody else, right? Like in general, what they would call general population. Right? So, man, I'm in school for about 2 months and end up getting into it at the bus stop and stabbed this dude at the bus stop. He was like a man child, like 6'1", at like 14 years old. He was a giant. I'm a little scrub, you feel me? But I used to keep me a knife on me and all that, right? So I poked him or whatever, and so I'm expelled. I can't go to no school in South Carolina, right? Listen, fam, because of music, I was able to come back and walk through the school hallways, perform at the talent shows. I got a pass because of music, bro. I wasn't supposed to be nowhere near the school premises. But because of music, I'm talking about, bro, I made the newspaper and everything. I couldn't get in no school in South Carolina, you hear me? And because of music, I got a pass.
That's incredible.
Real talk. Real talk.
Let me ask you this question. So the first time that you and your boys got your group, y'all started doing worldly music away from the church and everything like that. What was it like the first time you guys got together and got on a stage or competition? Really got out there and said, okay, got something here. What was it like? The girls screaming and people in the audience. It's not just you and mom and grandma and your family. Like people are actually there witnessing you do your craft and your arts.
Well, like I said, you know, that's when I had the epiphany. When all those girls went nuts and went crazy at the Miss Expo pageant, I said in my mind, as a 14-year-old kid, I'm going to do this the rest of my life. And the Most High has blessed me to not miss 1 year since then. Not 1 year. I've never had a year off, ever. I've been consistent. I've lived in New York. Music has taken me to Africa. I've been all over. I stayed in Africa for like 2 months. I was in Soweto. I went to Sun City. I stayed in Johannesburg. I was a block over from Nelson Mandela. Yeah, I was at Cape Verde Islands. Yeah, man, for real. Yeah, for real. I was in a multi-million-dollar facility studio in South Africa recording in a treehouse. The treehouse, they made a treehouse, a multi-million-dollar studio with SSL recording console, all the outboard gear, hardwood varnish floors, all up in a treehouse, bro. Treated rooms for the vocals. Most High my witness. Period. And didn't even want to go to Africa because me and my group, we had a street guy at the time putting money into the group, right? And so we just wanted to put our record out. And he was like, because he was getting money. He was a multimillionaire and he had a couple spots in Africa and all that. And he thought that was an experience we needed to see. And we like, man, we just trying to put the record out. Bro, listen to me. When I tell you, life-changing experience. When I came back from Africa, I was popping songs out, popping them out, popping songs out. I had so much to write about. It was just like, man, my spirit was just filled with energy and electricity and things to draw from to put to pen. You know what I mean? Pen to pad. Yeah, for real. Africa changed my life. It's to this very day. And because of my trip going to Africa, my oldest child's mother wanted to send my daughter to Germany to stay with her sister who was married to a guy in the army, right? Mm-hmm. So that she could get a different experience. And she called to ask me if it was cool. If I hadn't went to Africa, I would have saw that whole play different. I probably would have been like, hell no, my daughter ain't going all the way to no Germany, boom, 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 boom. You know what I'm saying? Anything can happen. But when I saw what Africa did for me, that's what made me give my daughter the cosign to go to Germany so that her mind could expand. Real life.
Who would you say in music and entertainment influence you, style, or encourage you or motivate you to?
I don't have one particular. My overall favorite of all time would be James Brown. Like but I'm influenced by all the greats, like all the greats. You feel me? From back then to now. So, you know, I love the Chris Browns. I love Chris Brown all the way back to James Brown.
Brown brothers.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah. I'm talking, I don't care who it is. It could be Future. It don't have to be just my genre. It's like I'm a fan of greatness. So it could be sports. It could be Bruce Lee. It could be Muhammad Ali. It could be Michael Jordan. It could be Kobe. I'm a fan of greatness. I'm a documentary junkie. So all I do is watch documentaries, study Sam Cooke and, you know, the Temptations and the Dells and Michael Jackson and Prince and, you know, Bob Marley. And yeah, man. Yeah, because to be great, you got to study the greats.
Thanks.
That's my opinion.
Thanks. I want to play a little something right here.
Yeah. King Malachi. Yeah. King Malachi. Yeah. It's the sheriff, baby. Listen here. Everyone having a good time. Not sure if you've been to a trail ride. Women look good in their boots when they're sliding. Cowboys, they sliding. Hats on our head, name brand Stetson. I stretch my boots when I'm stepping. Watch it take easy to Nell and that Jasmine. On a stepping. Everybody's so lit. Ain't nobody fighting. Old folk and young folk. Yeah. We're dancing in hand. I work the mill. work the mill. Work. I like it like that, do it like that, bring it right back. I like when we're having a good time, enjoying ourselves at the trail ride. It's different from the club. People got dust on their boots, them girls in Daisy Dukes. Some cowboys, they take off their shirts, sweating dust on their boots.
That was a bold song, and I love the way you came in and transitioned that to Southern Soul Trail. That's a hard accomplishment, but the lyrics in that song take you somewhere different. The story that you paint, that's why I love radio. Anybody can do television, but it's hard to do radio because you got to paint a picture for someone blind. There's no sight with radio. And I'm listening to the lyrics. I want to say Luther Bad Boy because of the melody, but I'm listening to the lyrics taking me somewhere different. They're on a different road. And it's a clear-cut picture. That got to be hard. How did you master taking such a classic song and owning it and transitioning to something different and making it still a good song?
You know, to be honest with you, it just, I do it so much. I create so much. It really just flows out, you know. All I know I wanted to do is keep the integrity, keep beautiful harmonies and stuff in there, stuff that I know Luther himself would hear and be like, oh, that's beautiful in there. But at the same time, I didn't want to be Luther. I just wanted to get on top of his track and take it to the trail ride. What made me even go take the attempt is because I seen people on the trail ride scene already dancing to Luther's song, the original record, but he's not here. And me and Luther have two different type of voices. So, you know, you might have some people who might feel a way about me approaching it because Luther is such a giant, right? But when you think about it, almost all the Luther songs are cover songs.
You know, I think I was about in my late 30s mid 30s before I realized that. I'm like, wait a minute, that's Dionne Warwick. Hey, wait a minute, that's wait a minute.
Right.
It was Lute. No, Lute took somebody else up and owned it.
Now check it out. And that's all I wanted to do. I'm not on the beat trying to be Luther. I'm on the beat being King Malachi. So some people who are looking for Luther, they gonna miss the ball. You know what I'm saying? So the thing is, to people who might not have really heard Luther, who in the new generation, like when I was a young kid listening to Luther and never heard those originals, I thought this was a brand new record.
Hey, like I said, I was late 30s before I realized it, man. We're like, wait a minute, that was Luther's song. No, it wasn't. It was her song. You know
he completely put his own thing on it.
First version.
Yeah, he completely put his own thing on it. Yeah, respect the Luther.
And in all due respect, you stamped that one. Like I said, knowing he made it first, you want to go one way, but the lyrics are totally different, and it paints a hell of a picture. It paints a great time out in a Southern Soul atmosphere, out in the trail ride, and what's going on with the boots on, and it's dusty out there, but you still got your on in the scenery from the ladies and stuff. I mean, you paint a hell of a picture, man. And like I said, it was daring because when you hear the song, it automatically take you over here. But then when you start listening to it, you go back somewhere else, and you stay it because it's still a great song, man. That was a hell of an accomplishment, bro. That wasn't an easy task. It wasn't an easy task, man. I was in the concept. I'm like, most people are like, "No, I can't do this." You know, or let other people influence. Well, you need to do it like this. Everybody got their opinion, but at the end of the day, it's on your record. You got to do it your way. But whatever convinced you or whatever motivated you, man, it's like you got the sound right. It totally took me somewhere different.
Thank you, man. Thank you. That was the idea. That was that. We took since Luther was at the trail ride. I wanted to be, since they were playing Bad Boy at the trail ride already. I was like, all right, since Luther's passed away, because if he was alive, I know they would have loved to see him do the original record. at those kind of shows. That would have been crazy. You feel what I'm saying? You feel me? So being that he's been gone for a minute, and I took it as a challenge, and I was like, well, look, we just gonna all the way take it trail ride. We're gonna take it all the way to that space and lyrically shape it and mold it for the atmosphere. Since they dancing there already, we're gonna take it and just really make it a trail ride record. And so I'm amazed and glad, and all praise due to the Most High for channeling that through me. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Let me play another one of your joints, man, for the public, right quick.
Yes, sir.
Let's go. Ladies and gentlemen, the sheriff is back at it one more again. Gang Malachi, yeah. Where my DJs at? Where my DJ? Where my dancers at? Boots on the floor. Do you like it? Yeah. DJ, tell me, do you need it? Yeah. DJ, do you want it? DJ, yeah. DJ, yeah. Everybody, let me see your pocket fan. Let's hit the floor. I want some more. We gon' get lit. Boots on the floor. Let's hit the floor. I want some more. We gon' get lit. Boots on the floor. Now everybody do your line dance. Who got the latest step? Rappers get your step 10. Who claiming they the best? King Malachi number 1. I keep the party lit. I just need a favor, y'all. See your pocket fast. Take it easy on that moonshine. It's time to line dance. We pull up and pick up truck. Hop out and line dance. Bonfire in the dirt. Boots sliding in the dirt. You can tell we country folk. Four-wheelers in the dirt. Trail riding, horse riding. Women in Daisy Dukes. Stetson hats got all of that. Expensive cowboy boots. Look at my belt buckle. I learned this from my uncle. I'm from that Carolina. See your pocket fast. Let's hit the floor. I want some more. We gon' get lit. Boots on the floor. Let's hit the floor. I want some more. We gon' get lit.
Yeah, like I said, dog, you coming with it, bro. You coming with it, bro.
Thank you, bro.
Who produced that with you?
Oh man, that's brother D Ford. You heard that song? That my Kyber carrying on, all of that, and Mike Clark hit single the Stepper record. What's the name of the record? They don't like it, but I'm keep on. Same guy who did those records did that one, and my other song Cutaway that you got. Yeah.
Wow.
Yep.
Man.
I'm one of the first artists. I might be the first artist that I'm the first artist that I heard about almost 3 years ago in Carolina using that tag on my music. Now everybody and their mama got D Ford. He out there now. I can't hardly get D Ford on the phone right now. He's so everybody pulling on the system.
I haven't talked to D in a while, man. DJ Taz hooked me up with him a while back, about a year ago. Yeah, I can't get a hold to the cat, man.
Everybody and their mama call it D Ford.
So let me ask you this. As you move into Southern Soul and you making your own niche, how do you see Southern Soul today compared to maybe like 5 years ago? With AI, and that's this second part. And with AI coming around, where do you see it going?
Well, that part is hard to is a little harder to explain. I can explain the first part of what you asked me a lot better. Back 5 years ago versus now, the major difference is the fact that young people are getting involved. Period. So I look at, because see, 5 years ago, it was still more traditional blues, juke joint vibes. Now it's trail ride, more upbeat, line dance, field party. So this is the way I would break it down. The original traditional, more bluesy, Clarence Carter, B.B. King, all of that stuff would be what I would call the soul music of Southern Soul. Then the trail ride music, the Nephew Jones, the 803 Fresh, Boots on the Ground and all that, that would be, even though they're singing, I'm just using this as metaphor, that would be, or in the songs like what you just heard, that would be like the rapping aspect of the genre. So now it's more club driven. So that's why rap eventually started becoming more dominant over traditional R&B, because it kept people on the dance floor. So the trail ride has changed the tempo, made it more lively, and made it more attractive for college students. I mean, think about it, man. You got Miss Shirley in it now. So look at how many, you see what I'm saying? You got to think,
Shirley
bro.
4 years old.
I mean, come on, bro. You got to realize.
She got more followers than I got, and I'm 54.
So think about it, right? So think about it. You might not have been in the Southern Soul music like that, right? So you might have got caught up in the web of the dancing. Now that you stuck on the web, you hear the music. So now little Miss Shirley and you getting caught up into her, other little kids watching Miss Shirley and doing the dances. Now they're like, oh, these are the songs that go to these steps and dances. So now they're getting more involved. Now they're knowing more about artists like myself, the Mike J. Clarks, the boom, 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 boom. And then now you got a very interesting dynamic coming into the fold, which is EJ, the chosen one, the chosen child, right? And what's so interesting about EJ, one thing I love about EJ that's helping the genre, because some people be like, man, I just wish that, you know, they would dress him like this, dress him like that. No, that'll come in time. The thing I love that's beautiful about EJ is that he's like, what's the guy from Memphis, one of the original Southern Soul blues artists? Name one or two for me. Dang, it's on the tip of my tongue. Johnny Taylor, right? So check it out, right? So EJ looked like NBA YoungBoy style-wise, but got Johnny Taylor in his body.
Gas station.
So this is the thing. So now he's bringing these churchy, soulful vocals that we've been missing, you know, and with the wild afro, the temp fade, you know, the skinny jeans with the, you feel what I'm saying? He's looking like a what we call YN, but he got a different soul from them. So now he's going to influence indirectly the younger generation to be cool enough to sing again, because we got so caught up in the rap being dominant and it being gangster culture, right? That people started hiding their musical gift. You got to think, King George, top tier in Southern Soul. He used to be a rapper. Imagine if he kept rapping and we missed out on all that beautiful Southern Soul music that he has to offer. So imagine.
Let me interrupt you. What you saying, I'm validating 100%. Because you know how I found out about Gas Station?
What's that?
How's that? My son texted to me. He said, Dad, you need to listen to this track. Speaking of which, I got hooked on. I got introduced to Uncle Pokey. My side piece, my son said, Dad, you need to listen to this. So what you saying is true, and I'm validating. I can put up a text with my son, you see Gas Station on, I'm like, what the hell is this Gas Station like? And then I listened to it and I heard Johnny Taylor. I'm like, wait a minute. Then I looked at the video like, what's going on? What the heck? What's happening? So what you saying, you speaking the truth, brother. You know what's going on. You're speaking the truth.
Respect.
Definitely speaking the truth. And and like I said, the youth are coming in, and that's great for the industry and the genre, because it rejuvenates it with new, fresh minds and bodies, and they take it to another level in another area. You know, they can transcend it even further. See it is right here. Let me see the visuals. Here we go, right here. That's my son sending me the Gas Station link right there.
Wow. That's what I'm talking
And I
about.
had
Yeah.
no knowledge of him before then, man. I didn't even know the brother exists. And I'm like, who is this E.J. Jones? Dude? What's this
Right.
gas station? Do that Chevron gas phone. What is this? And when I heard it, I just froze. I had no, I'm being honest, I had no feeling. I just froze like, what is it? Because it hit me like off guard. I'm like, head started moving, foot tap. I thought I was Steve Martin in the movie The Jerk. I'm trying to bring it together. And then it just came and the melody kicked in. I'm like, wow, this is a whole different thing. I mean, it's kind of like your assignment, man. We went to Luther joint, man. First thing I heard, I was like, hey, I didn't know the words because that's the first time hearing it, but I loved the words. I knew I loved the beat. And I'm like, okay, it's okay. All right. It's taking me somewhere different. And that's what music needs, man. It don't need 18,000 people doing the same thing. It needs a diversity.
Right.
I mean, as a radio personality and a disc jockey, whatever, we love it when we hear things different. It gets to a point where everybody sounds the same. You don't even know who's who. Like, who's seen that song? Oh, they're us the same. There about 18 songs like that. You need something different. that stands out. And the crowd needs it, man. It's different.
Right.
The reason why I asked you about the AI thing, there was an article went up the other day where iHeartRadio is taking down AI artists. They're not playing them on their platform anymore. They think that it's bad for the industry. They said it's cool if artists want to use it to send tracks back and forth to get real vocals on there, but have everybody with AI voices all over the station and their platform. They're not doing it, and a lot of other people are backing off the AI artists on their platform. So that's why I asked that question. What did you think about? I think the AI is a great tool to make records, but I think people should make the records because, truthfully, if you're using AI to make the records and you never own your rights, whoever created the AI sound and voice truly owns the record, the programmer, not whoever put their lyrics on that voice, because their voice belongs to that programmer.
Right.
So that's going to be a touchy subject when going to court and moving forward in profits.
But guess what it's about to do, though?
What's that?
It's going to bring up the value of the live show. Because now all these people going to have all these fake AI songs and voices and all of that. So now it's going to be about who can perform their stuff live and show that they're the real deal. It's the same as how you're in the grocery store shopping and you bust open a watermelon and it don't have no seeds. Do that watermelon with no seeds taste as good as the one with the black seeds? So in a minute, what happens is if you come across watermelons that got black seeds, they're going to be what? Worth more. Everybody else got the seedless because they are made up, genetically modified. They ain't the ones that God made. So the people that got the God-given talent, the Whitney Houstons, the Sam Cookes, the James Browns, the Michaels, the Princes, the EJs, the Jodeci's, the people who really got it in their soul for real.
Guys.
Look here. The scriptures say, let another mouth praise you. So when you put me in there, all praise due to the Most High. You feel me? It's not up for me to put myself there.
Yes, sir.
But I appreciate it.
I appreciate you so much. Respect. But the only thing I'm afraid of was so much and so easy to do it. And, people go tone deaf and that start be the norm, but that ain't the norm. You know what I'm saying? It's too perfect. No mistakes. It's not natural. And it's the natural voices and realists that makes music. Sometimes it's the mistakes, because we're not perfect. It's not going to be a perfect chord like the AI is. So the song's not going to come right. Like even with the rap, with the and the stutter or mispriced word, or like when, Lord, forgive me, I'm not bashing like when Warren G misspelled next and regular, just saying, no, they stand out, they stand out, and you're not going to get that from a program. So that makes the difference in the music, in the quality of music, that people that really appreciate it.
Right. Totally understand. That's what I said. They can have all of that, but when it's time to show up to the venue, when it's time to show up to State Farm Arena, when it's time to show up to Madison Square Garden, you're going to have it, sir. And we still have yet to prove if people are willing to pay $100+ to see a hologram.
Well, I don't think they're gonna pay $100, but I think the venue tickets are drop cheap. But a lot of people gonna come. But why would you? I mean, I don't know how many people actually would go see the hologram, even if it was $15. I mean, I guess it'd be like you going to the movies.
Always remember this: people don't want to pay for something they can do. If people feel like, man, I can just put up my own AI hologram, they're not gonna go pay for that. They paying for EJ because they can't sing like that. And they know it. You knew you couldn't do that Tupac thing. You knew you couldn't do that Nas. You knew you couldn't do that James Brown. You knew that. You knew you couldn't do that Prince. That's why you paying.
And I pay to see everything. I can't carry a tune you put in my pocket, brother.
You knew you couldn't do that Luther.
Right. Definitely. Facts. So King Malachi, man, what's coming up next? You got any dates coming up next? New music dropping?
The main date everybody need to be checking for is January 17th in Orangeburg, South Carolina. We're having the Carolina Classic, which is starring myself, Shelton D. Richardson. Shelton D. Richardson sings "We in the front, y'all getting in," and he got another song called "It Take Two to Make Love on the Damn Floor. Now get up on." Yeah, he goes stupid live. Then you got Sky Wiley with Auntie Love. I'm looking for that Auntie Love. So we got him and Big Gift coming together. They cousins. So they come together as a package deal. So you already know Gift gonna also probably hit you with that Black Ice from Goody Mob. You did? And we're gonna have Old Billa in the building, Auntie Fifi. It's gonna be hosted by 1K. Also, it's gonna be DJ'd by DJ T Money. Hit them with the kick. You did? January 17th at the cinema in Orangeburg, South Carolina. Make sure that you go get your tickets at Eventbrite right now. Also, we're going to have the most amazing food by Big Hustle Jerk. Please believe it. So don't eat before you come down there. You're going to be mad with yourself because we're going to have it piped up right the way, all the way up through there. Salmon, the whole salmon, yellow rice, the whole night, all that stuff that he be doing. He puts it down. I'm talking about one of the best cooks in Atlanta. You hear me? For sure. I vouch for that. Put my name on it. Make sure that you check out Big Hustle Jerk when you pull up in the building. But Shelton Richardson, Sky Watley, Big Gift from the legendary Goody Mob, King Malachi, Auntie Fifi, and Old Billa, we are going to shut it down with host 1K and DJ T Money. Let go!
Yeah. Man, that is a force to reckon with, bro. That is a force to reckon with. Ooh, man. That's good. I'm gonna have to get that. What you said, Eventbrite. So y'all remember, go to eventbrite.com. If you don't go there, make sure you hit King Malachi's social media and webpage. You can get it there. And brother, if you send me the link, I add up on our website for you so our people can stay connected with you. I'll make sure I add it on. Where do you live at now, Malachi? King Malachi? Where you in Atlanta?
Yes,
what you doing this weekend?
I'm performing at Friday night at the what's the name of that place? Atmosphere, Riverdale, Georgia, for Jap Vaughn and friends. And then Saturday, I'm performing with Sky Wiley, Stacey Adams, and them for his Ugly Sweater concert here in Atlanta. Yeah, that's what I'm doing.
Sunday, GC Radio will be in Atlanta. We'll be at the Backstage Restaurant. We're doing the concert with Force and D's, J Red and Nephew.
Okay.
JC and Charles of Class 102 will be there also. GC Radio's a host. It's gonna be a nice thing. DJ Dollar Bill will be the DJ, and I just got a text. Somebody named Free G will be there.
Really?
Yeah. So it's gonna be a nice event Sunday, 7:00. We'll definitely be at the Backstage Restaurant GC Radio event. It's also a birthday party for my man, Stevie D, singer for some D's, and his group will perform also. We'll be performing his birthday party. Big
And my
band.
manager might pull up.
Let me know, man. We make it happen. Let me know. Definitely gonna be there. So I want to play this other track real quick, if you don't mind.
Ladies and gentlemen, there's a new sheriff in town.
Yeah, baby.
And his name is King Malachi. And he's asking everybody to report to the dance floor immediately. Ooh, we about to turn it out. We about to cut 'em up. Ooh, we about to turn it out. We about to cut 'em up. You ain't gotta have 'em, but if you got your boots on, it's a fine. Show up. We gotta walk it like we're talking. No standing on the wall, that ain't the vibe. Turn up. Let me see you show out. Let me see you turn it out. That's the vibe. Let me see you show out. Woo. Yeah. Let me see you turn it out. That's the vibe.
Yeah, baby.
Ooh, we about to turn it out. We about to cut 'em up. Ooh, we about to turn it out. We about to cut 'em up. Take your hat off and spin it round and round. Look at your dance partner, tell 'em that y'all run the town. Show enough. Let's get it. Gotta put that soul in it. Woo, just getting started. We ain't close to being finished. Woo, show out. Woo. Let me see you turn it out. That's the vibe. Let me see you show out. Woo.
Hey, you gonna make me go get me a hat. I feel like I can't party right because I ain't got a hat. I'm about to get a hat for this bald head. I mean, man, like I said, you got a vibe, bro. It's a whole different energy. You can move with it. It's a clear picture, man. It's saying there's something going on and I need to be there. And if I'm there, I'm having a good time while I'm there because I know this is where I need to be. So I appreciate the music, man, the vision, everything. I'm loving it. But we're going to have to get some drops and stuff for the station, bro. We got to get you on more, man. We got to get you back up over here, dog. I'm really appreciate you letting us monopolize your evening, sharing with our audience and our fans your trials and tribulation, your story. We got to have you back, bro.
Let's do it. Let's do it. Plug in with my manager. Let's set something up, man. And we're going to get you those drops ASAP.
I appreciate it, man. Before we tap out, though, is there anything you want to tell our listeners or let them know? Anything you want to say before we leave out?
I just want to say always first. Thanks to everybody in my listening voice right now who's been supporting me over the years. Man, I appreciate y'all. Thanks to all my newcomers who here right now, who feeling my vibe and my energy. I appreciate y'all. Make sure that y'all go to all y'all streaming services and stream King Malachi right now. Cut a rug. I want some more. Trying to do right. You're blowing my mind. All of that, man. Go get it, man. Let's do it. And don't forget the Carolina Classic, January 17th, Orangeburg, South Carolina. Get them tickets at Eventbrite right now. Let's go.
Woo! Yeah, I'm about to go out to this right here. But on my way out, I'm about to say my famous phrase. You know, we leave you better than we receive it with a smile on your face and grace wherever you may go throughout your day. Thank y'all for tapping into your favorite cousin Chief, King Malachi on GC Radio. We love y'all. Have a wonderful day.
In a world of endless noise, one sound cuts through. GC Radio Hub. Your world, your sound. Imagine your favorite voices following you everywhere. From your smartphone to your car, your smart TV, even your virtual assistant. GC Radio Hub connects you to a universe of content. Check out our wonderful interviews on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and iHeartRadio live music shows and podcasts, all at your fingertips. Android TV, Apple TV, Roku, Fire Stick TV. We're there wherever you are, because the only way to stay connected is to get connected. Download the GC Radio Hub app today and let your world come alive.